really fast on the mix.
Welcome back.
Bonus level.
Welcome back. I don't remember how the song goes now.
Well, it's a good thing you started it.
Welcome back.
La Grosse Cologne.
Gross clone.
I
wouldn't go straight.
Destroying the Brainwash Patrol building.
I wouldn't go straight for those ones.
So
you can go around
This
them.
game's so weird.
They have the ways they're looking, so like you can avoid.
Well, yeah, no.
Like go for the cages.
I'm amused. Apparently, the bad guys are brainwashing people too in this. Oh man. Oops. That dash had a little bit more range than I expected. It's like techno music, but it's supposed to be kind of French. What instrument is that? It's a really French sounding instrument. I can't explain it. They use it a lot of they use it in that that one love song that's always played for France. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the French song.
Well, that's what it's in the. It's
sure.
driving me nuts now. That's the instrument that's being played in the song a lot. It's kind of giving it the French vibe.
Is it a saxophone?
No.
Hit it again.
Get him. We only lost a few men.
They weren't good men anyways.
It's also like a techno version of the instrument, like a fake synthesized version.
Right.
But yeah, it's all. Whenever you hear that, it drives me nuts because you can hear that it's like a fake. I don't know how you. Like the way the notes are being played can't possibly be done on the real instrument.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it reminds me of like when you have camera angles in movies that are like impossible. It's an impossible version of the instrument.
What do you mean?
They have a thing called like impossible camera angles, where you, in order to shoot the shot the way they did before CGI, they had to cut holes in the wall and stuff in order to pull the shots off. Are you saying xylophone or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that the arms that don't show up on audio? Nobody can see that you're doing it.
I was trying to figure out what that was called.
Well, I knew it was something like that. They use them in a lot of, I don't know, Mexican or Spanish music. I think Mexican music.
Probably Spanish. Like
well, they use it
Spanish.
all the time, and I hate that music too. It's so annoying.
Mariachi?
Yeah, like boom, 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 boom. They use that damn instrument. Like, sounds like it was recorded in like the 50s, like all the radio stations we used to make our music in the 50s were like abandoned.
Have I told you my theory on mariachi music?
The terrible quality mono music. No, what's your
my theory is that
music in the world?
The Hispanics are playing a joke on us, and then none of them actually listen to it, and it's just a giant joke to make fun of Americans.
I mean, I wish that was true.
It's not true.
I hate that music so much. There's so many things about it I can't stand. And what's really funny is like when I'll tell them, I'll be like, man, I hate your music. They think it's just because it's not in English. Like, they're like, oh, you'd like it if you could speak the language. It's like, no, I don't. The lyrics aren't going to make me like it. I hate the sound of it. It sounds so cheap and obnoxious. And that one song that they play, that printer one. Oh, man, that's a terrible song. Sounds like Pac-Man Printer on Acid.
And it must be a popular song because it's on like 3 of their phones.
such a terrible. It's on all their phones. It'd be like if we fell in love with the the motorcycle frog song. Like
Ring, ding, 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 ding,
yeah,
ding,
it'd be
ding,
like
ding.
if we were just jamming to that every day. Like that's how bad that song is. Ring, ding, 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 ding.
Go knock over those buildings.
But yeah, that's what they're like. The quality of their music, to me, sounds like it was recorded in like
I think that's part
old radio stations, and then they've never updated it again.
a large part of that though is the terrible ways we hear it though on the terrible little speakers and.
I know. I mean, it still sounds. A lot of it still sounds bad. But yeah, they used to jam that music out by my apartment in Las Vegas, and all you'd hear is like the bass, the bolt, 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 bolt. Like 3 in the morning, that's all you'd hear. Bolt, 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 bolt.
What I've always thought is funny
bolt,
is
bolt, bolt, bolt.
you'll see like the scariest looking Mexican guy or Hispanic or whatever.
Oh, I should have killed that building.
And
it's too late. Take the building down. We'll save you.
the scariest looking
Or
guy.
they're trapped on the building. That's what they are.
Oh.
They've been captured. Somehow they've been captured.
And they'll be jamming out to mariachi
that
music.
bottle, dude. The next time you step on that cheap plastic bottle, I'm going to shove it down your throat.
It's all water bottles or cheap plastic water bottles. There's nothing you do about it.
Don't put them on the ground where you can kick it.
I don't know how it ended up over there.
You see how I put my drink I drink
Mine
on the
was
floor so that
over
it's
there.
not on the table with the mic so it doesn't thump? That's professionalism.
It was on the floor.
You see what I'm dealing with? You and me, we're through professionally.
Fun movie.
Oh my god, I don't know. That's the second video you've crunched a bottle on. And this time you were warned. It's like the worst possible sound. Other than possibly you laughing.
Oh, that's fucked up.
When you get really laughy, you redline the shit out of the fucking mic. That's the only reason if anybody's mad that the videos are recorded too quiet, it's usually I record them low so that in case something happens, we don't redline the fuck out of the mic.
Can you not adjust that in post?
I'm too lazy to go back and fix it, yes. It takes too much effort to go back in there and be like, oh, the volume needs to be lower here. Sorry, I'm not that professional. Release and cut. Oh my god, more tutorials. Hold what? Oh, you chuck them over, I guess? Hold A to aim, left. Okay. Oh, I got a beam in my hand. I didn't even know I had a beam in my hand. Awesome. I guess this would be the weapons they were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Ricochet rioters now. Oh, you got it when you killed that thing.
Oh, see that whole thing here. I have to say, the game hasn't glitched out like at all. That's pretty impressive.
It's a very, very smooth game.
For
You're getting
for pretty much
off
any game right now. It's impressive not to have any graphic or glitches at all. Like everything's run. I haven't gotten stuck in any walls or any nonsense.
It's kind of rough on the eyes a little bit. Like
what? It's very procedurally generated, which I can accept in an indie game.
The screen when it moves is kind of rough.
Well, that's probably it's not as annoying when you have control of it.
No, and
you don't notice it because you're specifically saying like I need to see over here, and it's
Right.
doing it. The problem is you're watching it, so it to you it's like the
with
worst.
motion sickness.
It's like the worst cameraman ever because it's like this guy's just looking at whatever he wants. He's not looking at what you want to look at.
Well, it doesn't move fluid either.
Well, I think that's just me because I want to see stuff right away, so I'm like, bam, I need to see it now. It doesn't bug me at all because it's changing direction where I need to see.
Yeah, but
one of the first games that
sharp
let me
camera angles don't bother you.
one of the first games that let me control.
You know that doesn't hurt them, right?
Shut up! I'm trying to say something. And you're like, oh my god, quit telling me how to play the game. I don't care. I'll figure it out. One of the first games I ever had full control of a camera angle was a game called Brave Fencer Musashi on PlayStation. It was like an adventure game, like a Zelda-style game. Mm-hmm. And it let you do this, where you could turn the camera all you want. Mm-hmm. And I went nuts on that, dude. I'd spin the fucking camera playing that game.
There's a group of bunnies back there.
Like, constantly spinning the camera. I don't know, man. It was weird. It was, like, original to have full camera control. This is back when full analogs weren't a thing yet.
Full analogs?
Like, dual analogs.
Oh.
Like, because PlayStation, Nintendo 64 started kind of the
right
camera angle in 3D games. And,
right.
And you didn't have dual analogs on a controller until later in the life of the PlayStation, when they added analogs to PlayStation controller.
Right. The second analog stick.
Well, there was no analog on the original PlayStation controller.
There wasn't?
No.
I thought there was one.
Nope. Nintendo 64 had their analog stick.
Right.
And then Sony decided that was a good idea, and they went out and they added 2 to theirs. They didn't just add an analog stick. They were like, we'll have 2 analog sticks. And it's genius, and it works really well. But not every game had it right away.
Nintendo 64 and PlayStation were at the same time?
Yep. 64 on the PlayStation.
I thought PlayStation came out a lot later.
Actually, I think the 64 came out after the PlayStation. By like a year-ish. But yeah, no, the PlayStation era is the 64. That's when they competed. I will remember those wars forever. And I was definitely on Team PlayStation.
Yeah, we've talked about that. That, like, I had, like, no... We owned a 64 at one point, but I never had any real fond memory of it. I actually remember that was the first thing to ever give me motion sickness. Was, watching Mario Kart.
The only time I ever had any type of motion sickness back then was playing Jet Grind Radio on a big projection TV for the first time. I was like, man, why am I feeling sick from this? Like it didn't even register as like a thing. I'm gonna pause this, and we might see you on another episode.